Hey all, this is David Ducker coming back at you, and today I'm going to be talking about magical materials. Specifically, this is towards like crafting, creating magical arms and armor. So I'm a huge fan of crafting systems, huge fan of different materials for things. I think it's just tremendously fun. It adds a lot of depth into the game. It's just more points of interest for you to work with, more props for you to throw around. Of course, the classic from Tolkien would be Mithril, the elven silver, the true silver as they call it. Um, adds so much cool factor without being magical. It's mundane and alien. Those two things, they might be opposite, but that's what it is. So it allows you to do things we can't do in the real world without imposing magic and without doing any wonky magical stuff. Because magic, you've got to approach it in a different manner to keep it mysterious and powerful and gripping. Whereas these material components just give you something more mundane to play with. But still keep it alien and fantastic without being, constrained to the laws of magic of your world. A good example from my current game, Return of the Runefangs, is I have in the Middle Mountains, they have found Mithril deposits. So the elves there, of course, have developed Mithril, and Mithril is very light but strong. So it increases your accuracy, and it increases your ability to dodge when wearing armor. So again, perfect for elves. Meanwhile, in the dwarfs' land, the mountains, specifically the Grey Mountains, they're deposits of adamantine, sometimes called adamantium. And this is just a tremendously hard and just a tremendously hard material. So this will give you a better cutting edge, and it will give you armor which deflects blows much more efficiently. So this again works very well with dwarfs. Their accuracy might not be great, but when they do hit, they hit really hard, and they might not be able to dodge, but they can ignore a lot of blows coming at them. And I've also created a third magical material, mildly magical material, which is just an alloy of the two. It has the best of both worlds, just like Miley Cyrus, where it comes in and it's called Orichalcum, and it's as hard as adamantine but as light as Mithril. So armor made of it gets the benefits of both. Weapons made of it gets the benefit of both as well. So now this requires, obviously, elves and dwarfs to work together, which never happens. So this is part of the reason it's so rare. Just like bronze in the real world, it's very rare to find copper and tin in the same place. Just geologically, very rare. So traditionally, empires that have used bronze have needed to be large or commit to a lot of trade to create bronze. This is one of the reasons that we went back to using iron after those empires collapsed. Bronze is actually much better than iron. It's not quite as good as steel in most cases, but it's better than iron. But it's so hard to make just because copper and tin are never in the same place, except, I believe, Sardinia. But that's the only place I'm aware of where you can find both. So maybe I should create a fantasy Sardinia where we've got Orichalcum and Mithril in the same place. See right there, storyline, ideas, or the human trading companies trying to create this Orichalcum. It gives you more elements to work with that spin these plots out of. Of course, there's also the jewelry factor, Mithril jewelry, Orichalcum jewelry, adamantine jewelry, and you can melt it down and make some weapons back out of it as well. So that's my example, and that's my thoughts on magical materials, special materials. I'd love to hear what you've done in your games regarding this, whether that's dragon scale or dark wood or iron wood, or coming in with like anything. What else you could bring in, like a troll skin, troll leather armor that regenerates itself, perhaps. So I'd love to hear about it. Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to read them. It's more enjoyable to me than the likes or the subscriptions, really. So I'm going to leave you off at that. Everybody have yourself a good day. Cheers.